Here's your greatest enemy. So when Harriet started freeing people, she realized you're not the only one and you're not the first one. And they introduced her to the other people that was doing it. When you start believing and start moving, you're going to start getting introduced to opportunities. You're going to start going behind closed doors. You're going to start doing stuff that nobody else is doing. Why? Because don't nobody even know that it's possible. This is just a small group of people that believe, that's spending time together. He told her, do me a favor. When you run, when you leave here and try to go north, fear is your greatest enemy. Whatever you do, don't be afraid. You see a dog, don't be afraid. You see your master on a horse with a gun, look him at his face, but don't be afraid. And some of you are not where you're supposed to be, or you're not going to get where you're supposed to get to because you're afraid. Like you look at the thing and you say you want to be that, but somewhere in your spirit you feel like I can kind of do that, but I can't do that. And I can't do that, or I'm not sure if I can do that. It's a thing that's stopping you from doing that. When I say I'm going to win the Nobel Prize, people say what? That's a big one. That's a lot. And when they say that's a big one, that's a lot. What do they mean? You're not qualified. They limitations. So they say it with the limitations. But when I heard it, I didn't hear them. When I heard it, I was like, woo, I'm about to go get this Nobel Prize. When I said I wanted to be a billionaire, out of nowhere, I started hooking up with billionaires. I started running into billionaires when I started saying it. I started hooking up with dudes that own NFL teams, not the dudes that play. I started hooking up with dudes that own the NBA team, not the dudes that play. Because I didn't just say it, I believed it. I need you to do me a favor, get rid of all fear. Y'all know I be all on this kind of stuff right here, right? I went to go see Harriet, right? I'm just gonna be real. Like, I was geeked that they did the movie, because I was like, okay, they usually don't do they talk about Harriet, but they don't give her credit that she deserves. And the reason why I say they don't give her credit is because, and I don't want to spoil the movie for you, but if you know the story, it ain't a spoiler, right? But the thing that's impressive about Harriet Tubman, she's kind of like Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Like Mayweather, like what was he, 51-0? She was like 750 plus 70 is 820. She was 820-0. She never lost. When she went to go free slave, she never lost one. So when you watch the movie, they show they got it on the board. You know, at Sunday school, how they be having, how many people came to church, how many people came to Sunday school, they have it written down. Like, believe it or not, back in her day, it was like the NFL, the NBA. They actually kept a count of, you might call them they was like the boss. They called conductors. And it was like, these were the people who didn't nobody know who they were, but these were the people that went back south and tried to bring people north. So it might have been a dude named Harry Smith, and Harry Smith went to go save 10 and he lost 3. They got it up there. He attempted 10, he lost 3. So you see all the numbers, and all of them had attempts, but they all had losses. Harriet was the only one that didn't have no losses. She was like, what? You know what I'm saying? 750-0. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never lose nobody. Everybody I went to go get, I got them. We came back to the north, right? And so then it was a part of the movie where in her beginning days, she had to do it, and they covered about 100 miles. But then they came out with a law that prohibit Philly or Pennsylvania for keeping slaves, those who were enslaved and they got their freedom. If you were a master down south, you could come and claim them and bring them back. So then it was like, nope, can't do it in America no more. So they went to Canada. That was an additional 500 miles. None of those boys that could do the 100 boy could do the extra 500, 600. But Harriet did her greatest work when the distance was 600. She actually saved 750 with the longer distance. Listen to me very closely. I'm about to help you out, though, because we're not talking about Harriet and Harriet goals. We're talking about your goals. And what was crazy was she was the only female that was able to do it, and she was short and small. Beast mode. I'm going to show you how she did it. So when she first set out to do it, those people that were her mentors all told her the exact same thing. Valerie, tell me, or one of y'all tell me so I don't get it wrong. What was the exact thing when she was on her journey to get her freedom? What was the exact precise words that her pastor said to her? Is what? Fear is your greatest enemy. Write that down. Fear is your greatest enemy. He told her, do me a favor. When you run, when you leave here and try to go north, fear is your greatest enemy. Whatever you do, don't be afraid. You see a dog, don't be afraid. You see your master on a horse with a gun, look him at his face, but don't be afraid. Whatever you do, don't be scared, because if you're afraid, it's going to get you. But if you have let me tell you something. I don't know. Look, I want to make sure I get that in your spirit, that whatever you're doing, if you got a 2, Like, recognize that it's a 2, but don't let it scare you. See the 2 as a challenge. Like, don't look at the 2 like, man, this thing is. Look at the 2 like, I'm about to kill it. I'm about to add that 8 to it. Look at the 7 and go, we got this. Right? And so I promise you, like, if you read her story and you watch the movie, when she woke up from her sleep, them dogs was like right there. Like, you could hear, they were this close to her. They were this close to taking her out on her first journey. They was this close. They could see her. Like, they were physically looking at her like, there she go right there, let's go get her. But because she wasn't afraid, she was like, I'm out. And some of you are not where you're supposed to be, or you're not going to get where you're supposed to get to because you're afraid. Like, you look at the thing and you say you want to be that, but somewhere in your spirit you feel like, I can kind of do that, but I can't do that. And I can't do that, or I'm not sure if I can do that. It's the thing that's stopping you from doing that. When I said the Nobel Prize, I promise you. Okay, so watch this. When I say I'm going to win the Nobel Prize, people say what? That's a big one. That's a lot. And when they say that's a big one, that's a lot. What do they mean? You're not qualified. They limitations. So they say it with the limitations. But when I heard it, I didn't hear it. When I heard it, I was like, woo, I'm about to go get this Nobel Prize. I'm about to go get this Nobel Prize. And so when I spoke, I'm about to get this Nobel Prize. 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 I put it out in the atmosphere, and out of nowhere, people start sending me books on people who win the Nobel Prize. They sent me a book of like 100, 200, 1,000 people who won it from the beginning up to now. Then people start calling me and invite me. Hey, E, I don't know if you know it, but we're having a Nobel Prize luncheon in D.C. Are you available? I said, I didn't even know they had a luncheon. I didn't even know like this was an organization. Like, I thought I was the only one that said it. No, you're not. So when Harriet started freeing people, she realized you're not the only one and you're not the first one. And they introduced her to the other people that was doing it. When you start believing and start moving, you're going to start getting introduced to opportunities. You're going to start going behind closed doors. You're going to start doing stuff that nobody else is doing. Why? Because don't nobody even know that it's possible. This is just a small group of people that believe, that spending time together. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? When I said I wanted to be a billionaire, out of nowhere, I started hooking up with billionaires. I started running into billionaires when I started saying it. I started hooking up with dudes that own NFL teams, not the dudes that play. I started hooking up with dudes that own the NBA teams, not the dudes that play. Because I didn't just say it, I believed it. I need you to do me a favor, get rid of all fear. All fear, all doubt. Any music, any TV programs, any person. Listen to me. Here's what I love. I love when Harriet came to Philadelphia, the first thing they said was, do me a huge favor, give me a different name. I don't even want you saying that name that was attached to being enslaved. Because if you say that name is going to remind you. I want you to give yourself a new name. No, just give yourself a new name. Say something else. And listen to me, when you give yourself a new name, they're going to start giving you a new name. They call her Moses. They gave her a new name. Are you hearing what I'm saying? They gave her a new name. I need you to get rid of all fear. I need you to believe. All right, 3 people. What would you do if you weren't afraid? If you really believed that you could do what you said you could do, what would you do differently? Talk to me quickly. What would you do differently? If you believed that whatever you wrote down could happen. First of all, you would do it. Don't say that one. You would do it. It wouldn't be on a piece of paper. You would actually do it. But what would you do that you're not doing right now if you believed? Say it again. You would go to nursing school. Good. Where would you go? What school would you go to? Yeah, we're going to start all over again. I love it. We're going to start all over again. That whole conversation we had what mixed with it? Little fear and doubt in it. And I told us to do what? Good. So we just going to go. Listen to me very closely. If they're going to shut the door on us, they're going to shut the door on us. We're not going to shut the door on ourselves no more. We're not going to pre-shut the doors. You feel like we're gonna stop pre-shutting doors. We're gonna stop going, they don't even need to go to that door. Because I already know what they're gonna do with that door. They're gonna shut me down. We're gonna stop pre-shutting doors. And if the doors get shut, they're gonna have to shut it. So we're gonna go where we wanna go. Where would we like to go? What school would you like to graduate from? Where would you like to be an alumni from as a nurse? So we're gonna start with Michigan State. And we're gonna talk to everybody we need to talk to graduate from Michigan State, right? So here's what we're gonna do too, all right? So let's put a date next to that dream you got. Put a date. That's one of the hard things right there. Put a date on it, right? When are you gonna march? Put a where, put a place. You're gonna march from Michigan State University, the Brez. The brands. I was listening to my daughter talk to our media consultant last night, and my daughter is like, when she graduates, she got a production she gonna be doing. She got a production. So they was like, what's the production like? Give it a name. She already had a name for it. She said, my father graduated from Michigan State. My brother graduated from Michigan State. I'm graduating. We're gonna call it Production Legacy. I said, ooh, I hope I get to get it. I hope I get to get in that joker. You know what I'm saying? I hope I get like a 30-second cameo in that boy. And they was talking and they was going through what it's going to look like. I'm like, ooh, I love it. I love it. Like the problem is you looking at the fear side of it and not the faith side of it. Start looking at the faith side of it. Start looking at what it would look like if you actually did what you said you wanted to do. Stop looking at what can't happen and start looking at what can happen. I'm so excited. I'm like, yo, this is going to be a fabulous day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait. When she started talking about it, I was like, do you graduate in December? She's like, no, May. I'm like, oh, okay. I was hoping it would be in December, like around Christmas. Like, I just wanted to start the new year with that video. What would it look like, guys? Good. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Somebody else. What would you do if you didn't put limits on yourself? Get into law school. Good. What law school? Georgetown in D.C. I love it. I can see you there. I can see. Have you been to the campus yet? Do me a favor. Go to the campus. Go to the campus. Valari, with our School Days Foundation, can we help sponsor his trip? Can we get him a plane ticket and a hotel? I know a lot of people in the D.C. area. A lot of people I went to school with. I want to get you. We're gonna get you a ticket. We're gonna get you. It's D.C. It's nothing. The ticket, right? You can fly to Lansing. I think they got a direct flight from Lansing, not Grand Rapids. Right? So I'm going to get you a hookup. We know people in Georgetown. I'm going to get you a ticket. I just want you to go. When you don't have nothing, like the weekend, you don't have nothing to do, we'll get you like some bodyguards to walk around with you, right? We'll get you a couple bodyguards, right? And what I want to do is I want you to go to Georgetown. I just want you to walk around. And then I want you to spend a couple minutes or an hour or two in the law school. And I want you to get a picture, have somebody take the picture in front of the law school for me. And then wherever they march, I want you to go where they march. I want you to take a picture of it. And then I want you to look at that every day, and I want you to know that it's going to happen. I don't know when, because I'm not the creator, but I want you to say, I don't care what else happens, what else if I have to do, this is the end goal. Does that make sense? This is the end goal. All right? So you get with Valari afterwards. We're going to call our contacts in D.C. We're going to make that happen for you. Is that all right? But I won't video. I won't pics, though. All right? Good. I love it. All right. Anybody else? Y'all, anybody else talk to me? Yes, ma'am. Good. Listen to me, y'all. I'm proud. I don't know if y'all know who they are, right? But when I told y'all, when we first start, like back in the day, what year did y'all come? 2008, 08. These was my babies at the Advantage back in the day. You feel what I'm saying? Like what we doing now, we was doing that back. I don't know if they know I know who they are, right? But when they came in, I'm like, ooh, they grown. They grown now, right? And it just shows me, like, and I've been doing it. Y'all think I just started doing this. We've been on this. You understand what I'm saying? Like we've been doing this because I believed. And there's been obstacles, but I never quit what I said I was going to do. This is what I said I was going to do, and I don't let nothing get in the way of doing that. Is that clear? Don't let nothing get in the way. Believe. Yes, sir. Wow. Wow. Say that again. And this year you did what? Were you there? Were you there a couple weeks ago? Good. So watch this. Y'all not hearing what he's saying. So Jamal King, he's not only a speaker, but he does real estate. Mal started doing real estate over 20 years ago, and is a multi-millionaire with over 70, 80 properties in Chicago. And so what he's done, he's connected with our organization and given at least 300 to 400 people in our community an opportunity to make money doing real estate. Last year, he had an opportunity to go and he didn't go. This year, how old are you? 19 years old. This year, he went. He went to Chicago, and he actually was a part of that program. Did you enjoy the program? Say it again. Good. Did you join the program? Good. So he got all the information for what? For how much? $3,000, because he just did what? He believed. How did you get to Chicago? Who gave you the gas money? No limitation. Let me tell you, Jamal started when he was 22 years old. Multi-millionaire on his way to becoming we working together to try to be billionaires in the next 10 years. I'm sorry, they said 5. And you got the same opportunity Jamal has because you just made the decision to go down there. Most 19-year-olds wouldn't have followed through. Write that down. Follow through on your dreams. Follow through. Follow through, y'all. All right, so let me tell you what follow through looks like. In the NFL, they actually got something called the Megatron rule. Because a couple years ago, he was in the end zone, caught the ball, came down, but it came out. Right, so they came up with a rule like you got to hold it for so many seconds so we know you got. Do me a favor, y'all. Don't just have the uniform on. Just don't have the look. Don't just be out there catching. Hold on to the doggone thing. Execute. Because if you can't hold on and bring it down, you don't get 7 points for it. And some of you, what you're doing most of it, but you're not doing the most important part. That's executing. That's following through. That's getting it done. You don't get to this level talking. You don't get to this level almost. You don't get to this level doing 70%. You get to this level when you execute. All I's are dotted, all T's are crossed. Is that clear? People respect you when you finish, not when you talk. Some of y'all, you talk too much. Stop talking. You don't got to tell me what you're going to do. Just what? Just do it. You think I'm going to have respect for you because you're talking about it, or you think I'm going to have respect because you do it?